Hi guys, MrRoflWaffles here. Today we're going to be reacting to the Takeo memory segment that has just released, and we're also going to break it down just a little bit, see what my initial thoughts are and things like that. So without further ado, let's do this. Treyarch have teased this so damn much, so very excited to see what they have in store for us. Here we go. Blood and gore, drug reference, intense violence, strong language, sorted. Ooh. There's the sword. Okay.
Time
Can be a cruel mistress. Please say that.
can be a cruel mistress.
It's from that
In its
Instagram.
relentless march forward, it robs each of us of many things.
Okay.
Moments, experiences,
Ooh,
people.
nice.
Time can take them all from us in an instant.
That theme.
Such things are gone forever, unless they live on within our hearts,
Interesting.
our minds,
The light.
our memories.
Yo.
For all its cruelty, time can also be a great teacher. Through the changes left behind in its wake, we can learn, we can grow, we can come to understand those truths that have eluded us in the past.
This is interesting.
Only then
Yeah.
can we truly understand ourselves.
Right. For real? That's the whole thing? Treyarch could not get any more cryptic if they tried. They just couldn't. How to not tell anyone something while still telling someone something for a minute and a half. A masterclass by Treyarch HQ. Like, the time can be a cruel mistress thing, just for those of you that are like, oh, it's not his first time watching it. They posted that in their Instagram. They had Instagram teasers as well as Snapchat teasers, and that was the caption they had, so that's why I knew it was coming, just for those of you that are wondering. But cool to see them do it nonetheless. We're going to watch it again, though, and I'm going to try and actually absorb some of the stuff that's going on here, because, I mean, what? Like, we saw the person in the fire. There was, like, the tree outline, and then the person next to the tree in the fire. We gotta watch it again. Here we go. We've got to do it. And I might pause it a little bit as we go, just to, like, try and get into my head what the hell's going on. We start off with the sword. He's dropping the sword. No doubt some symbolism associated with that. And there's the cherry blossom, which you can see reflected in the sword itself.
Time.
Very reflective. Takeo here is really... Oh, holy... That stuff in the background. Yo, I've got to skip back right now. I did not even notice that the first time we watched this. I completely didn't realize. First shot looks like... I mean, you got 935 stuff there. Looks like that might be the room in Der Eisendrache outside the teleporter. That's what it looks like to me, at least. Then you got some other stuff on the wall there. It's kind of hard to see. Might be Zet, maybe, probably. Then some interesting looking plant life, which we haven't really seen before, I don't think necessarily. There's Dempsey in the background there with some Zambaroos around him. Another interesting background there. So this is cool. This is cool. Like, seeing this sort of stuff, I wasn't expecting to sort of have that kind of stuff shown to us. So, yep, I can get behind it there. Again, Rickfin and Dempsey just standing there with somebody in the foreground as well. Some blood being spilt as well in the kind of temple-y looking area. So that's rather bleak looking stuff. Let's continue with it once it goes from this forest point.
Can be a cruel mistress.
Can be a cruel mistress.
In its relentless march forward, it robs each of us of many things. Moments, experiences.
So moments, experiences, and then we see this outline of a figure by the cherry tree. Let's keep going.
People. Time can take them all from us in an instant. Such things are gone forever, unless they live on.
It's interesting that he says, unless it lives on within our hearts, within our minds, and then you see the light in the forest. So this could be another sort of reference to the fact that the forest is really like a depiction of the mind of the individual that you're seeing represented in the forest. So that's what we saw in the campaign, and that would be what we're seeing here as well, I suppose. And so he's saying, like, it's living on in our hearts. He's remembering and reflecting on these people in his memories in the forest.
Our minds, our memories.
There's the tree.
For all its cruelty, Time can also be a great teacher. Through the changes left behind in its wake, we can learn. We can grow. We can come to understand those truths that have eluded us in the past.
So it's interesting that you sort of see him silhouetted with nothing underneath him when he's sitting next to the tree. It looks really, really strange, but he basically then goes on to say that time is a great teacher, which is the sort of thing that we expect Takeo to be saying at this point, right?
Only then can we truly understand ourselves.
Only then can we truly understand ourselves. Boom. Descent. So yeah, this is essentially a bit of a look into the fact, just like I was saying in my videos that were building up to this, a look into the fact that Tak is not just like some blind warrior that is doing this for no reason and isn't really thinking about the consequences of his actions and isn't really being affected by the things that are going on and doesn't really care, but rather he's a living, breathing person that is really quite deeply being changed by all the stuff that they've been doing. This isn't just something that is just passing him by and that's that, but rather it is affecting him on a personal level, like in his head, in his heart, and he's very knowledgeable of the fact and respectful of the fact that time will take people away from you. Time will rob you of people, and there's nothing really that you can do once that happens. You've just got to learn from it and embrace it and just keep sort of moving. So that's the Takeo memory segment. An interesting one, this, and something that I do want to break down in further detail, but for now, seeing as I'm sitting outside on the floor right now and it's boiling hot, I figure I might as well do that at a later date. So make sure you're subscribed for that, leave a like if you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.